Welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. We are college students who create learning activities for kids. Our fun activities are focused on reading, writing, and math. Thank you so much for joining us to learn today. My name is Naya, and in today's activity, we'll be using what we know about language and conventions when reading a text. We are going to start off reading a short story called Jerry the Worm. Once upon a time, there was a little worm named Jerry. He lived in a big garden with lots of flowers and plants. One day, Jerry decided to go on an adventure. First, he crawled under the tall sunflowers, and then he slid through the wet soil. Suddenly, he found a secret tunnel under the ground. "I love tunnels," said Jerry. He was scared but excited, so he wriggled deeper and deeper. Inside, he met other bugs like ants and beetles, who became his new friends. They all explored together, finding tasty leaves and cool rocks until it was time for Jerry to go home. He was happy to have such a fun day in the garden with his new pals. And now we are going to do an activity. We are going to need a few pieces of blank paper, colored pencils or crayons, scissors, and a pencil. And we are going to draw and cut out 4 circles, and we're going to do that by folding our 2 pieces of paper in half, just like this. And then I'm going to do that with the second piece of paper, and again, just folding it in half. And then we are going to stack the 2 pieces of paper on top of each other. And then we are going to just draw a medium-sized circle, just like that. And after we do that, we are going to just cut this out, and we are going to cut it just like this. And if we cut them all at the same time by doing this, we will be able to confirm that all of our circles are the same size. Great, and so now we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 circles that are the same size. And so now please take some time to pause the video, color these in if you would like to, maybe add some eyes because we will be forming a worm with our circles, and come back once you have that done. Okay, so in our 4 circles, we are going to be looking at our text, and we're going to identify 4 different types of conventions. And those include transition words, complete sentences, punctuation, and capitalization. So transition words are words that smoothly move from one idea to another in a text. And some examples are next, also, and then. And so in our first circle, we are going to be looking at an example of a transition word. And our first example is this. So we can see here that we have first, he crawled under the flowers. And so we're just going to write under this one. We're actually going to label it transition words. So we're going to label that transitional words. And then we are going to write this sentence. So we have first, he crawled under the tall sunflowers. And the transitional word here is first. And it is first because it transitions from what was said before. And in our next circle, we are going to be looking at different types of sentences, which are questions, exclamations, which typically are used for excitement, and then we have statements. So in our second circle, we are going to point out a different sentence type. And the sentence type that we're going to be looking at is an exclamation. And we can see that we have one right here, which is, "I love tunnels." And what I'm going to do, what we are all going to do, is we're just going to write sentence type. So writing sentence type on our second circle, and then we are going to write, "I love tunnels." And we can tell that this is an exclamation because of this symbol right here. This symbol is known as an exclamation point. and it is one of our main hints that helps us see that it is a different type of sentence, known as an exclamation. And next we are going to be looking at punctuation. And there are several different types of punctuation, including periods and commas. And so in our third circle, we are just going to label punctuation because that is what we are going to look at. And in our third circle, we are going to look at this sentence right here. He was scared but excited, so he wriggled deeper. And we can see that we have a comma right here, which combines our two ideas, because both of these parts of the sentence are sentence fragments, but with the comma, it helps it turn into a complete sentence. So under punctuation, we are just going to write this sentence. He was scared but excited, so he wriggled deeper. And we can see that we have our comma, and that is our punctuation. And commas usually indicate a pause or a change in thought. And we can see that we have a change in thought from being scared to excited, but then he decides to continue on. And in our last circle, we are going to write this sentence. Well, first we are going to be looking at proper nouns. And so we are just going to write proper nouns, since that is what we are looking at in this part. And we are going to be analyzing this sentence. Once upon a time, there was a little worm named Jerry. And we can see that in this sentence, Jerry is our proper noun. And the reason that Jerry is the proper noun is because proper nouns are a specific name, place, or thing. And Jerry fits under that description. We are going to be writing, once upon a time, there was a little worm named Jerry. And just a little reminder that Jerry is our proper noun because it is a specific name. Amazing job, friends! I hope that you are so proud of yourselves because you just learned how to point out different types of conventions when reading. And I hope that you enjoyed learning and continue to enjoy a special activity to help you feel even better with this kind of challenging concept. Thank you so much for learning with us today.